I suggest, Jonathan, you read the play again. And don't try to make anything out of it like this. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Then I might actually enjoy your content. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's going on today? I have some very important mail to show you. This. Oh my god. And this, Hamlet, the Performance Edition. I'm gonna read both of these. Oh, should I read them right now? I really want to read them right now. Okay, I should wait. But look at this cover. It's my headcanon that this is not Ophelia. If you can't really tell, it's like a person in a river or like a bath with flowers. So it's obviously Ophelia. But to me, it's Hamlet. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, and look at the flowers. Look at the flowers. I want all the Bloomsbury Arden Shakespeare editions. Look, this is going to tie into the video today, kind of. Look at the introduction material. This is just the introduction. These are the appendices. Oh my god, half of this book is supplementary material, which is so amazing. Okay, that's enough. Today, I'm talking about Julius Caesar. Still Shakespeare, different play. Specifically, kind of my thoughts and also my derogatory remarks to other people who think they know things that they don't. So I said this maybe in my last video that I'm kind of a pessimist, but I'm also like a hyper Cartesian, which means that not only do I doubt often my own thoughts, but I more often doubt other people's thoughts and their ideas. So, yeah. Basically, there's this guy that's been showing up on my Instagram and my YouTube, and he makes these lecture videos on philosophy. He grew up around where I'm living now, which that might tell you. Okay, it's this guy. His name is Jonathan B. And he makes lecture content on the great works of philosophy, which largely consists of Nietzsche and Shakespeare for some reason. It's it's intellectual posturing is what it is. I'm just going to say that now. And we need to look at how ridiculous this stuff is. He made a video all on Julius Caesar, and oh god, I watched like half of it, and I don't even want to bring it into this video because it's so tedious and stupid. So what I did was I went onto his Substack, which is more traffic for him, I know, guys, but I went onto his Substack and I screenshotted all the stuff that I was like, are you sure? Without having to pay for the full article, because you have to pay to see the full transcript. You don't have to pay to watch the video, which, oh my god, if I were a real hater, I would watch the whole video. But I don't want to do that. So, okay. He opens with these lines. I'm pretty sure I have room. I'm gonna put them up here. He opens with these lines where he says that Shakespeare's Caesar is one of the most important achievements by the greatest master of the English language about a world historical event concerning the most influential political leader in the West, and that alone makes it worth reading. Oh my god, word salad already. He ends that with, but what makes this a must read is two reasons. Before we move on from this, what the fuck? Okay, I'm a huge fan of Shakespeare. Was I don't think Caesar's assassination was a world historic event. I don't. It was a like a micro state of the cultural evolutionary macro state of the Roman Empire. This it largely the world wasn't a thing back then. And I don't think Caesar's assassination largely concerned most people in the world. Aside from that, Caesar was genuinely an asshole. Like, if you've read the Gallic Wars, like, he just kills people. He just sends his army to chase after people to kill them. Like, he's a terrible person, really. Also, the use of the term the West, I don't like this. Because what do you mean? Do you mean, like, Rome? Do you mean all of Rome, including the Near East? Or do you mean white people? Yeah, right? I don't like that term. Okay, let's get into the 2 reasons why we should read Julius Caesar. First, it describes a collapsing Roman republic that has frightening similarities to contemporary America. Americans, let me know. What do you think? The central question it asks is, can Rome be saved? Can liberty survive? And its answer will illuminate our political situation today. Will it? I don't think so. But just as it explores the grandest of questions of the political, the national, the world historic, it also wrestles with an incredibly intimate dimension of our lives that concern all of us. So let's parse this word salad. What's he saying? He's misconstruing the whole play as a political commentary when that's not what Shakespeare is about. Shakespeare is about the characters. It's drama. It's emotive. It's hilarious. It's depressing. It's riveting. It's not political commentary, not in the slightest. He took the source material, the parallel lives, and largely twisted it to his own ends, totally divorcing the narrative and suiting it to 1600s England. What does this have to do with contemporary politics? Nothing. Now, what's this dimension of our lives that concern all of us? He says the second reason to read Shakespeare's Julius Caesar is that it explores the consequences of living life as if you were on a stage. Sit down, brace yourself. This is a stage play. This is a drama. What the fuck do you think people are doing when they're acting? Yeah, they're dramatizing the lives. What does that have to do with real life? We'll get into that. He goes into a very obscure example, his only example. Well, no, one of 2-ish. What happens when you focus on appearance over reality? What happens when you drink your own Kool-Aid? Is that a thing? What are the costs of taking those stories you tell yourself about yourself a bit too seriously? So obviously he's talking about John Wilkes Booth, the guy who killed Lincoln. Booth was a stage actor, and his father was named Brutus somewhere in there. And that's what he means by living life as if he were on a stage. But he tries to get us to believe that this is the case for the characters in the play. He says that Brutus is trying to live up to his father, who overthrew Tarquin. And I searched the whole text, and he only mentioned Tarquin once, and he only mentioned his father once. So I don't know exactly what you mean there. Like, that doesn't make sense. Apparently his favorite role was Brutus. Junius Brutus Booth, that's his dad's name. And John Wilkes Booth said his favorite role was Brutus. Okay. He says that it's almost as if through his dad's name and his own career that Booth was fated to become Brutus. John Wilkes Booth was a racist and supported slavery. That's why he killed Lincoln. Are you justifying that with stage acting? Okay. Okay, he says Brutus was also playing someone else when he was assassinating Caesar. He was playing his ancestor. Sorry, not his father. Did I say his father? Doesn't matter. He was only mentioned once in the whole thing, which is totally not true. Like you're just making shit up. No. This is really funny too. He says, okay, in the first act, or whenever Caesar is receiving the crown, someone says, I forget who it was, should all be in here. Anyways, someone says, if Caesar stabbed their mother, they would have done no less, because Caesar is like, I'm sorry, I can't take the crown. And the people were like, hell yeah. And so that's what happened. And he says, so this is commenting on the mob's love of Caesar. And what it's saying is that if Caesar stabbed their mothers, they would still love him. Paraphrasing King. Thank you so much for spinning that the exact same way, just with different words. Like what? Okay. Granted, this is not much to go on, but it's dumb, isn't it? Like, and this is what I mean by intellectual posturing. You're taking something which is kind of contextual, but also is like, I don't know. And you're taking it and you're twisting it to your own ends, not in such a way as to be constructive, like the play itself is construing the source material in a different way. It's to get money from people. And who are you? What do you know that I can't figure out myself in reading the play? And you're charging people for that? That's really sus. Like you dress up. Oh my God, I'm being such a hater. I'm sorry. Like you dress up in your suits. You walk around in your gentleman's club, your intellectual society, and you blather about something which really I don't trust you on. I don't trust you on that. You're not an English major. You're not a writer. You're not published. You're not a PhD, as far as I know. You interview various people, all to seem, all to verify your image. This is ironic because you are dramatizing in an ironic and stupid way. And it takes away from what's really there to enjoy in the play, which is the emotions. It's not intellectual. I mean, okay, it is intellectual in some ways because there are Shakespeare scholars, obviously. Like, look at this. This is the introduction just to Hamlet. This is 140 pages of introduction and the same amount for the appendices. Like, it's intellectual, but it's valid because it's steeped in research. I don't think this guy does research. I think he read Caesar and was like, oh yeah, that's like, oh, if Trump shot someone, he wouldn't lose any voters. And it's like the state of America today. The state of America has nothing to do with Shakespeare or dramatizing our lives. Obviously, we all do that a little bit. We want to have fun. We perceive ourselves of a certain image, but what this guy is doing is selling it. He's trying to make a return on his, I don't know, dim-wittedness. Okay. I guess I kind of already said what I thought about the play. It's about the emotions. It's about betrayal. It's about justifying murder. It's consequences, and it's a tragedy. Tragedies are the most dramatic of them all because what happens at the end? Everyone dies. Everyone dies at the end of a tragedy. What's so just great about it is that the conspirators, Brutus, he's not really on anyone's side starting out. And the play is about how he comes to, you know, a justification for killing Caesar. And it takes you through a tumult of deception and emotions and conniving and all these things. It even says in there that poor Brutus is at war with himself. You can go watch his video on the rest of it. I just wanted to pay mind to the little bit that I could obtain from the Substack because I don't want to watch all that. But yeah, it's not what you think it is. It's a play, it's a drama, it's meant to be dramatic, and it's meant for us to enjoy and resonate with in whatever way we please, which I know is contradictory because maybe he's resonating with it in whatever way he please, but it's totally divorced from the drama and emotion that is inherent in these things, you know? That was a lot of hatred. I'm sorry. I really wish I had the Arden edition of Caesar because I would read all of the appendices and the introductory material. I could probably find it online for free, but I don't want to do that for some reason. Let me see what the Arden Complete Works says about Caesar. And the main issue is whether the conspirators were justified in killing Caesar, which is what the Arden Shakespeare introduction in the Complete Works says, which is obvious. It says that in Elizabethan England, this was a topic or disputation that people would talk about in school or university in debates. You can present the play how you wish. You can present Caesar as Hitler or Mussolini, which is what was done by Orson Welles. I recognize that name. So I guess it's applicable in some sense. But to make such broad, sweeping statements about the end of the United States is not what this is about. It's about the characters. It's about their feelings. It's about what they say. It's about what they do. It's about how they do it. So I suggest, Jonathan, you read the play again. And don't try to make anything out of it like this. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Then I might actually enjoy your content. For right now, I cut it out. Cut it out, please. Okay, that's enough rambling. I liked the play, and I saw it in person. My favorite character is probably the Ghost of Caesar, or the Augur. Oh, the Soothsayer is such a cool character. That's another thing he talks about is the omens. I don't really believe in the omens of astrology, but blah 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 blah. And it's just a plot point, man. It's driving the plot. Do you get it? Beware the Ides of March. It's a plot point. It's a plot point. It's not astrology, or connected to the rise of astrology in the US. What does that even mean? My favorite characters are the Ghost and the Soothsayer. I like them as plot points. I like how they drive, how they don't force anyone to death. They're simply subversive. Caesar didn't have to go out on the Ides of March, and he wasn't going to until some conversation drove him to go out and eventually be murdered. And the Ghost follows Brutus to his death. And I just like those subversive characters in the plot. I think they're great. great Shakespearean sort of hallmarks is the soothsayers and the witches and the ghosts and the fairies. It's all, oh, my, I like it. When I saw it, it was portrayed. Oh God, Caesar looked a bit like Alan Jackson, if you know who that is. He had like a white suit on and a cowboy hat, which kind of makes him seem sort of pure, which is something we know he wasn't. He was a tyrant. He really was. I haven't read the Gallic Wars. I've read a little bit. He was not a great guy, really. And they had a war. It was like guns and crap. It was fun. I doubt this Jonathan guy has ever seen a Shakespeare play produced, but it really enhances the experience, obviously, because it's a drama and you're going to watch these people dramatize their lives. Am I right? Yeah, I don't want to talk about that anymore. What's coming next? Well, I finally got these, so maybe I'll read this next, or I should finish the Two Towers. In any event, next week, hopefully, there will be something for me to talk about. I just wanted to be an asshole. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to drag this guy, which is not nice at all. It doesn't sit right with me that you would just like do the bare minimum and then, for money. Obviously, he can do all this because he grew up in Vancouver and he's probably rich. Look at his Instagram. He's all over the place. And his YouTube, he does those walk and talks. Enough. I liked Julius Caesar. I don't think at all it has anything to do with the collapse of American society. Absolutely not. In no circumstance. The whole thing reads and listens like an 11th grade paper. It's not substantial. How do you even discern this, though? Like, people are paying for this. Actually, there are some funny comments that I've seen, and I have to go find them. Oh my god, he just posted a how to handle criticism guide, so I hope you can handle my criticism, buddy. Oh my god, it was this one. Someone said on his Great Thinkers Are Not Great Scholars video, please delete your channel post haste. And honestly, I kind of agree. Oh my god. Someone says, why does this video look AI generated? So true. So true. Thank you. Someone says, sorry, the heading of this video is really misfortunate and almost silly as far as philosophical thinking is in question. Let's see what people have to say about his Caesar video, because there was some things in there. And it's titled, Shakespeare's Urgent Warning to America. This guy says, you really don't understand the political subtext of Shakespeare's Roman trilogy. You have to first understand what makes a Roman found in Coriolanus, then how Roman society begins to fragment itself and come undone in Julius Caesar and Antony and Cleopatra. Which, I'm sorry, I haven't read those yet. How is a guy your age able to lecture like a 55-year-old Oxford professor? Did you get a PhD at 16? How is this possible? My thoughts exactly. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I need to stop. Julius Caesar was good. It's dramatic, obviously, because it's a tragedy in more of a classical sense. Everything that guy says is like obviously just for shits. I don't even know if he believes any of that. Oh my god, I need to stop. What's coming next? Fellowship of the Ring, maybe? Should I do next? I have a few chapters left of Two Towers, which is going to be hard to get through these days. I'll keep you posted anyways. Something will hopefully come out next week. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please subscribe. My first video did really well. Second one, I don't really know. But please, if you liked this type of content, sort of a subversive booktube channel, please subscribe, please comment and like. I reply to the comments because nobody else but my friends is commenting. I will reply to your comments. And if you're a booktuber, I will subscribe to you as well, because we're here for each other, right? So please subscribe, like, comment, share, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, see ya.